Hey YouTube, SlingBlade98 here. This video is going to be a review of the June 12th episode of Impact, and I just got to start off by saying that not just in the realm of TNA, but overall, this was the most enjoyable episode of non-pay-per-view televised wrestling in the past month or two. It was really that good. The World X Cup preview matches and segments, I guess, made it a unique spectacle that stood out from normal episodes of Impact, and also the fact that there was some, imported talent. They had some good choices for that. That gave it unique styles and made it interesting to see them interact with the TNA wrestlers. And the whole time they were kind of, throwing in subtle references to Victory Road, advertising that. But they did a very good job of, advertising for Victory Road in the show. Obviously, it's like the shows are the build-up to the pay-per-view, but they did it in a good manner that it didn't feel like it was being shoved down your throat and over-advertised. So that is always very nice. WWE sometimes tends to over-advertise their pay-per-views and video packages, but it's nice to see that that wasn't done. Anyways, let's get to the matches. First match of the night was Samoa Joe versus Kaz in the TNA World Title match. Before I get to reviewing this, I just wanted to say that this is kind of, like a bad decision to have this as the first match of the night. It makes the TNA title seem as if it's, not really main event. I thought they should have had this, be the main event match, but after I heard the Lumberjack thing, I thought this should be, second to last match. But I don't know, nonetheless, it was a very good match, very, very good. I would give this 3¼ stars. They gave it, 11 or 12 minutes, and it was very competitive. Both men had a good showing, and the fashion in which it ended made Kaz look as if he was a legitimate contender that Samoa Joe had to pull something out of the bag quickly to get the win against. He was up on the top, probably going for a high-risk maneuver. Joe did this jumping, like, back kick type maneuver and stunned him. Then he got the muscle buster. It made it look like Kaz, wasn't. It made him look like a legitimate contender the way that Joe beat him. So that's very good, and hopefully we'll eventually see, Kaz with the belt. That'd be nice. I don't think he's ready just yet, but eventually, definitely, because he is world title material, in my opinion. Next, Kurt Angle says he's going to put a hit out on Kurt Angle. I'll get to this later. It was just him saying because she got a contract that he can't do that, so he's going to get someone else to. This correlates to the main event, so I'll plug that in there a little bit later. Next, they had Daivari backstage. This is also about the World X Cup thing. He's the captain of Team International. It's just kind of bizarre seeing Daivari there, and he was speaking some other language. I don't know if it's Arabic or something, but he had like little pieces of English thrown in there, and it was hard to decipher what he was saying. Not really his fault, but the subtitles were just going so horribly slow. They were about a minute behind actually what he was saying, so that was kind of confusing. In the end, I figured it out, but whoever put the subtitles over that segment did a horrible job. Next was Samoa Joe. I'm sorry, I'm reading the upper thing again. I'm sorry, the next thing was the Motor City Machine Guns versus Team Japan's Naruko Doi and Masato Yoshino. I've heard of Naruko Doi, but I haven't heard of Yoshino. They actually are from Dragon Gate, and they were very entertaining. It's good that they put the Motor City Machine Guns in there on Team TNA instead of like some team like Team 3D or something, but they put together a team that actually represented them well, and it was very nice to see the Motor City Machine Guns in there of people of equal or superior talent. These guys got in some great tag team offense. They were both teams are incredibly fast, so it's just nice to see a team that they can actually, in their own style, compete against. Japanese wrestling, very quick-paced, especially the Dragon Gate type thing, quick, flashy, technical wrestling. That's what this was. A lot of great tag team offense. Team Japan, they nailed this good thing where they one of them did an arm wrench and the other did a flying double foot stomp to the arm. That was pretty cool. And just a lot of your conventional Motor City Machine Gun tag team combos, which is not a bad thing. In fact, it's excellent. Very good match. It was good that they gave them the win because it made Team TNA look strong. So good representation of them. I'm going to skip the backstage segments from now on because TNA's backstage segments don't tend to be very good, and I, want to get all the matches reviewed. So I would give that 3 1/4 stars. Very good tag match. Okay, next thing that came up was Robert Roode and James Storm versus LAX in a TNA Tag Team Championship match. This was just great, dude. I'm gonna give this 3 3/4 stars because the suspense and just the overall elapsed time in this match was just so great. I mean, and they restarted the match, which was awesome. It was a great surprise when we came back from the commercial break. TNA's been timing their commercials a lot better. Then LAX won. They retained the titles. Hector Guerrero, I think he was like yelling stuff the referee in Spanish, but he got the referee to restart the match after James Storm did a super kick with a belt buckle tied around his boot. That was really stiff and painful looking. Just your normal great stuff you'd see from both teams. Great super kick by Storm. And Robert Roode and James Storm, good tag team. That backstage segment they had where they were talking about like beer and money making the world go around, that was a good segment. And a good match. LAX retained, which is good also. And, well, they made it seem as if they could win by cheating, but like LAX got the fair thing, which is good. It's nice to not see a screw job when you don't have to. Next, they had Alex Kozlov, some Russian wrestler, defeat Curryman, which is also very good that they give Team TNA the first win, but they let, one of the foreign teams have the second win. It makes it look like, both teams are applicable in a winning circumstance, so that was good. This Alex Kozlov guy, nothing spectacular, but some kind of funny antics with, he did this river stomp dance where he was like that and stuff, and Curryman, he's entertaining, but he's kind of gay. Next, Samoa Joe accepted Booker T's challenge for Victory Road. That's the only match made thus far for Victory Road, but thus far it's looking good. Next, Sanjay Dutt defeated Consequences Creed. This was actually, despite the fact that this was under 5 minutes, this was a pretty entertaining match. Consequences Creed kind of, played the jobber in this match, but the fact that Sanjay Dutt actually did a 450 splash off the top rope at the end, nailed it perfectly, and got the 3 count. I could not give this any less than 2 and I guess I'll go 2.5 stars because it was so short, but that 450 in itself, that was just awesome. Sanjay Dutt is a great high flyer, and then, Jay Lethal came in and attacked him, challenges him to a match. I really wish he dropped the Randy Savage thing and he could just go, to serious Jay Lethal. They could play it off as if he's, done having fun. It's so serious that he just wants a piece of him and he's done, messing around, and I don't know, that'd make it seem a little bit more serious, but it's a good feud, and that was a good match, I guess. Next, Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles in a lumberjack match. I'm extraordinarily sorry to you guys because I kind of had to go somewhere and I missed probably about 5 minutes of this match, so I can't review it completely. I saw the first few minutes and stuff. Well, I missed the majority of it. I saw the beginning and the end. I saw the first 30 seconds, and then I had to go somewhere, and then I came back and I saw AJ Styles miss a frog splash through a table. And then they had they gave Kurt Angle some more credibility in the way that he actually followed through on what he was going to say. I am a bit disappointed that Awesome Kong did nothing but punch Karen Angle. That made the whole thing look as if it was just, over dramatized. She should have nailed the Awesome Bomb or something. I don't know if they didn't do it because Karen Angle isn't a wrestler or something, but they should have done more with Awesome Kong's assault. But Kurt Angle actually following through on what he said he was going to do gave him some credibility, and that is always nice in your basically main performer of the entire company. So, he's kind of secondary to Samoa Joe because he's not the champ, but either way, this is a very great episode of Impact. I recommend looking for some of these matches on here. I'll make a Victory Road video soon. Thank you for watching. Slingblade98 out.